For over 2 years, the white dog wandered the streets alone, having been separated from the girl who once loved him deeply. He was no longer the playful pup he used to be. His fur was dirty. His ribs showed through and his spirit was tired. He survived harsh seasons by sleeping in alleys and digging through trash, yet something inside him never faded hope. Through every storm, every cold night, and every empty day, he held on to a quiet belief that one day, somehow, he would see her again. That hope kept his heart alive when the world had forgotten him. The girl never gave up on him. After he disappeared, she searched tirelessly, putting up posters, posting online, asking neighbors and strangers alike. Every time she saw a white dog, her heart would race with hope, only to break again when it wasn't him. As months turned into a year, and then longer, the silence grew heavier, but deep inside she still believed he might be out there. One quiet afternoon, while waiting at a red light, her eyes locked onto a thin, trembling white dog on the roadside, and in that instant, she just knew. Her lost friend had finally returned. Their eyes met, and for a moment time stood still. The white dog, though frail and weathered by the streets, seemed to recognize her instantly. His tail gave a hopeful wag before he dashed toward her car, his entire body trembling with emotion. But when she stepped out and opened her arms, he didn't run into them, not yet. He paused, hesitant and unsure. She gently reached into her car, pulled out a small container of food, and set it down. Slowly, he inched forward, sniffed, and took a bite, his eyes never leaving hers. Just when she thought the moment couldn't be more emotional, 3 other dogs emerged from behind him, skinny, cautious, and clearly bonded to him. Her heart shattered again as she realized he hadn't just survived, he had protected others too. His eyes said it all. They're my family now. And in that moment, she knew she had to save them all. As she knelt on the cold sidewalk, watching the 4 dogs eat side by side, a wave of emotion overwhelmed her. Her white dog, once lost, now found, kept glancing back at her with eyes full of worry, as if afraid this moment was just a dream. But she reached out slowly and stroked his fur, whispering, "You're safe now. I'm not leaving you again." Though he couldn't understand the words, something in her tone made him lean into her touch. That day, she didn't just rescue a beloved pet. She embraced the entire pack he had come to call family. She loaded all 4 dogs gently into her car, each one trembling, yet hopeful. Back at her home, she prepared warm meals, soft blankets, and a space where they could finally rest without fear. It wasn't just a reunion, it was a new beginning, a silent promise that none of them would ever be alone again. That night marked the beginning of a new chapter for all of them. The white dog, once broken by years of loneliness, curled up on a soft bed beside his 3 companions, finally at peace. The house, once quiet, now echoed with the gentle sounds of breathing tails, thumping, and the occasional sleepy whine. The girl sat nearby, tears still drying on her cheeks, watching them settle in. She knew life wouldn't instantly erase the scars they carried, visible and invisible, but she also knew healing had begun. Each dog had its own story, its own pain, but now they had something stronger, a family. She named them Hope, Chance, and Grace. And the white dog, he needed no new name. He had always belonged. From that day on, their home became a sanctuary, not just from hunger or fear, but from the idea that love couldn't be found again. Because it had, and it was stronger than ever. In the days that followed, the transformation was nothing short of miraculous. The once wary strays began to wag their tails, more freely nudge her hand for affection, and sleep soundly without fear of being chased away. Neighbors who had seen her bring the dogs home began stopping by, curious and moved by the story. Some brought treats, others blankets, and a few even offered to help with vet visits. The girl never asked for help, but her quiet devotion spoke louder than words. As for the white dog, he never strayed far from her side again. He had found his way back not only to a person, but to purpose, to being a protector, a brother, and a reminder that love endures. His eyes, once dull from the streets, now glowed with life again. He had come full circle, and because of one girl's unwavering heart, 4 forgotten souls finally found where they truly belonged. This story holds a profound message about resilience, compassion, and the unbreakable bond between hearts that refuse to give up. Life often brings seasons of loss, where something or someone dear is taken from us, whether through time, distance, or circumstance. Yet just like the girl and her lost dog, holding on to hope can lead us to unexpected reunions and healing. For older adults who have experienced life's many turns, this tale reminds us that love doesn't fade with years. It waits, endures, and sometimes finds its way back when we least expect it. It also teaches that kindness should never have limits. The girl could have rescued only her dog, but she opened her arms to the forgotten ones beside him. That's the heart of true generosity, recognizing pain in others and choosing to ease it even when it isn't required. In our later years, we are gifted with the wisdom to see what really matters, that even small acts of compassion can ripple outward and change lives. This story encourages us to be that source of comfort and hope, because no matter our age, we are never too old to make someone feel safe, seen, and loved again.